Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this live launch with Hunky Dory TV. The crafting captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign and we are now cleared for takeoff. In preparation for launch, please ensure all of your troubles and worries are properly stowed. You won't be needing those today. Our flight time will be a craft-filled 60 minutes or more, and the Hunky Dory crew are now ready for departure. At this time, we ask you to sit back, relax, and enjoy our video presentation. Live launch takeoff in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have live launch liftoff.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. We're officially at midweek, guys. Congratulations. We are making it through this week absolutely wonderfully, and we have got an amazing show for you guys. You're going to need your sunglasses. It's a little bit heavenly and it's a little bit holographic. My name is Rebecca Monks, and I'm going to be your host for this fine hour of crafty chat and some amazing demonstrations. Speaking of demonstrations, in our demonstration station, we have the lovely Cat Holly.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Are you okay?
I am, yeah. Before we go any further, I've got a little challenge for people today.
Okay.
For our first demonstration, I'm going to be making something out of what I've got in front of me here.
Ooh,
So
little
a
sneak
beautiful
peek.
holographic card. This selection of dies. There's a few other little bits, but this is going to make up the main component. If you can guess what I'm going to make out of these dies, the first person to answer correctly can win the card at the end of the show.
Oh, how exciting. So I will be keeping an eye on those comments. So can you guess what Cat is making? I have had a little bit of a sneaky little sneak peek from Cat's demo, so I do know, so I will be keeping an eye on those comments. We also have Emily in our producer station looking after everything today. So our show today is Holographic Heaven. You saw a little sneak peek from Cat. We're going to be looking at it in a lot more detail. But first of all, let's kick off with our Win It Weekly. Okay, so do you want to be in with the chance of winning these amazing Moonstone dies? They are from our Clockwork Emporium multi-buy selection here, and there's an amazing dies for you here, an amazing set of dies for you here. So we've got the metal wings. As you can see, they've got that clockwork, steampunk detail in there. They cut out wonderfully, and they're just such an amazing centerpiece for your card. So you get the metal wings, the up and away, the like clockwork frame with the 2 sentiments and the little extra bits and pieces there. And then we have the cogs of time with the huge clock centerpiece that you can set towards your own time or just use as extra embellishments. So all those 4 die sets are worth $49.96, and we've got 2 winners, which we'll be announcing in just 2 days' time on our Thank Craft It's Friday show. So to be in with the chance of winning, as always, we would like you to like and share our video and comment with the correct answer to the following question. So roughly, we've got another crazy question, Kat. Roughly, what percentage of people in the world can wiggle their ears? Is it 35%, 8% or 20%? What about you, Kat? Can you wiggle your ears?
I don't think I can. No, not at all.
No, there's some.
No, I'm not trying to try it on camera. Take the camera away and I will try in private.
Definitely. We've all got our we've tried to do it. We've pulled those faces, and yeah, we're just not ear wigglers here. Okay, so are we ready for our Holographic Heaven launch? It's launching today and it is amazing. You are definitely going to want your sunnies because the shine and reflection is stunning. It's perfect. So let's get in and show you what we have got coming up. Okay, so this is what we are bringing you. Holographic Heaven. This is 42 sheets of amazing holographic cardstock. I mean, you can just see it glistening away, but obviously under all our lights, it's just not even doing it justice. It's fabulous. So we have 6 designs of here, 7 of each for just £14.99. Now, just a couple of due diligence pieces to tell you about this cardstock. It is not part of the Miri brand. So it isn't Miri. We are calling it Holographic Heaven cardstock because that is exactly what it is. It's holographic and heavenly. And exactly. And again, you may notice as we are showing you, there are very small in some of the cardstocks, imperfections or very slight flaws, but we do feel like we had to bring it to you anyway because it was just so amazing, so wonderful. And once you start matting and layering, once you start die cutting, putting your toppers and embellishments through it, you will absolutely not notice. They are so, so small. But we did want to point that out so that you can just know that before you're buying. So this is the first pattern. As you can see, all that amazing rainbow. I can pick up the blue, the pink, the yellow, just shining through. Absolutely beautiful. And it's got all these facets, all these little speckles of details. So that is going to look great die cut with your nesting dies. It is actually thick enough to be your card bases. It's a really nice substantial weight. It's definitely cardstock weight for sure. And, you know, it's just going to look fabulous behind anything or on its own. We've got a couple of makes to show you. It landed in the building yesterday and we were straight on it with our makes. We've got this one as well with our stripes. Again, this is what we did want to point out, that there are a few sort of, like I say, very, very minor imperfections. You might be able to just pick up a line or a join or two on this, but absolutely fabulous. It's so brilliant and holographic that you're not going to notice it. Excuse me. We have got our next pattern here, again with those sort of faceted but in a bit more of a geometric design. So this is going to look great with all your sort of triangle cards and your funky angles. I know Natalie is a big fan of cutting into like diagonal lines and making some really fun card shapes from that. So this would be perfect with all that geometric pattern just in there for you. Again, like I say, you might pick up, there we go, there's a little join line there, but I think it's just not noticeable really once you start chopping into it. This one again, oh, this was an office favourite yesterday. All these circles, oh my goodness, you will feel like you are at a disco in the best possible way. It is very, very disco ball-esque with all those circles and those bullseyes. I'm sorry if I'm giving anyone a little bit of a headache, but there's so many colours in there. I just have to spin it round. And when you get it home, that's exactly what you'll do when you'll get it home. You'll flick it, you'll move it towards the lights. And again, this is our final pattern, again, just with those really large sort of diamond facets in there. All those colours absolutely shining through. I think you can see every colour of the rainbow in here. Yeah. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Stunning.
And not only that, you're getting 7 sheets. Imagine how many mats and layers and cards you're doing. So you're getting 6 designs, 7 of each. So 42 pieces of sheets, A4 sheets of cardstock for you. Like I say, I will put it all together. Look how thick and chunky that is going to be. You are going to be able to make so many cards from this. It's just wonderful, isn't it? So if you love this, please let us know, because I don't remember us ever bringing anything out like this. It's so unusual and so different. So if you want it, let us know. Shop online at hunkydorycrafts.co.uk. But here to show us what you can do with this amazing cardstock is the lovely Cat with a demo for us.
Let's get going. Have we had any answers yet, just so I don't give the game away too soon?
Oh, we have. Have we had any correct? Oh, we have had a correct guess actually.
Oh, good. Oh, good. So I can give the game away now. We're going to be making a little robot.
Yay!
Which just works so perfectly with this collection of cardstock. So, I've taken a few different sheets here. And I'm not being picky. We can build it up in lots of different layers. And I'm going to be using my Gemini Mini today. So I'm going to cut some strips of card because we're using the smaller dies.
Yep.
I'm going to start by cutting some strips of card about 2 3/4 inches. Just so I know everything's going to run through.
This one is lovely. That sort of all over glitter print is just fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah. And they work so well together.
Yeah, they really
Even
do.
though they're a lot. We're not denying they're a lot, but you can still mix and match them wonderfully.
You know what though? I think us crafters, more is more. We're
Definitely.
all magpies. We're all, you know, shiny fans. We just love it. Oh, this one, I really do have a soft spot for this. It's so funky. Everyone at home is absolutely loving it. Linda Grimes, so beautiful, amazing. Christine Regioni, imagine that holographic embossed. Can you imagine the hot air balloon, that die that we had? That would look incredible.
That really, really would. Have we any? Have I got any in my box? Low tack tape.
Oh, do you need some?
Yes, please.
We can have a little hunt for some.
Yes.
Oh, Emily to the rescue.
Oh, she got some. Thank you.
There you go.
Okay. So I'm going to start with this die, and I can cut two pieces from one here because I want to use, one's going to be for a frame for my body, and the other's going, the bit that cuts out in the middle, I can reuse for my head.
Amazing.
So there is going to be quite a bit of die cutting on this one, but I want to show you as much as possible how we build this up. I have done a few pre-cuts, but not too many. So we just stick that on there.
So are you using our stitched square dies?
These are the stitched edge nesting dies, yeah, which, as you know, an absolute favourite of mine. And there is a mixture. I've got some of our arch dies as well, which are not the stitched edge, so you can mix and match them absolutely perfectly. But I just think that extra detail just adds, it looks like rivets and stuff on
definitely.
the little
Yeah.
body. So we take this out. We'll set all our pieces to one side. And then once we've got everything cut, we'll do our building, and then if we need anything else.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to put that one to the side because I'll probably come back to that in a minute. And I need to cut myself another large square to go behind the back of the body. So I think I'm going to do this out of Rebecca's favourite.
It is, it is.
Because I think that'll look
I think that
quite
would look
nice
fabulous.
behind.
Especially with a square as well, with those circles, it's really going to draw your eye in, isn't it, with the contrast of shapes.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's going to look fabulous.
So we'll pop that one down there. Then I want my little square. Let's go, should we go with this one? Let's really, really make it funky. And this is one of my favourite things to do. I absolutely just love taking basic shaped dies and building them into different things.
Yeah, if you have got any of our nesting dies, you are going to have so much fun. That is the first thing we went to. Like I said, we didn't have the hugest amount of time. As soon as the van came, we were running out onto the car park to craft with it, and we were straight to our nesting dies. So if you have got any of, like these ones, the stitch squares, if you've got your circles, your stars, you're going to have so much fun with these. It looks wonderful cut in those shapes, and I can't wait to see what Kat's making with this.
So I've now taken like this long arch one. You're going to want to cut this one 4 times.
Okay.
So there's one that I've done here, and
I
have
these
done
for his
it.
arms and legs?
Yeah, these are going to help with our arms and legs. Okay, and then where else? We need some circles, so I'm taking the circle one, and we'll go back to this one, I think. We'll do a couple of circles out of this.
Amazing. Yeah, this one looks absolutely perfect. Again, with that contrast, you can see that square there on Kat's desk. But again, cutting them into circle shapes is so fun. You're really going to pick up that sort of circular detail on that holographic cardstock. It's absolutely stunning.
And I've done one in like the glittery one, and I think I'll do another one. Yeah, let's do it again out of this.
Oh, Gemma Wilson says, oh, I bet it looks amazing cut with the star nesting dies. Trust me, it does. I've got a make to show you. You are going to love it. Absolutely.
I can't wait to see this because I've not actually made it in this card before. The one that I made to test it, like you said, because I was working from home yesterday, I didn't have access to this just yet. So I did it out of just Silver Mirror. So I am very excited to see it all fully done up in this holographic
Heaven. It's absolutely beautiful. Just $14.99 as well. It is just such a reasonable way to like fill up your stash and get all. And really, I would say this is quite an essential, you know, because of the amount of things you can do with it. It's almost like a core product with the amount of uses. All your die cutting, all your mats and layers, or just making some really fun things like what Kat's doing.
So yeah, so I'm taking this little bit of scrap here and I'm just trimming it down a bit, and I'm going to pop this. I heard somebody say embossing before, which I am going to do a version of. So I'm just going to pop this onto my scoreboard,
Yeah.
and line it up with the holographic facing down, and I'm just going to score this all the way along just to get some nice ridge marks.
Amazing. I love this technique. It's so easy and just so fun as well. Yeah, we've had a couple of questions about the weight. So it's a mixture because all the cardstock with the patterns and everything is very slightly different. So it's sort of a mixture of sort of 250 to 300 GSM. So it's not as thick as like Adorable Scoreable and everything like that, but it is suitable for construction, scoring, like what Kat's doing here. It does feel really substantial, doesn't it?
It really does, yeah. For your boxes and everything, I'm going to be making a box later. You're absolutely fine with this. So I'll just trim this down. I get carried away when I do that. I can't stop. I'm like, I'm sure I've probably got enough now, but I just like thinking.
Oh, I'm always the same. I do like at least, yeah, an extra sort of inch or an inch and a half, because I'm like, oh, you can't have too many.
So I'm going to trim this now. I'm going to, with my score lines like parallel to me, I'm going to trim myself a couple of strips to use. So I'm going to do, I think I'll do 2, maybe 3/4 inch strips. Rather have more than less, eh?
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, Jackie Bradley has said they would make lovely Christmas decorations.
Oh, they certainly would,
Oh,
yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, if you want to put this away to start your Christmas crafting, again, this is going to be perfect. It would make some lovely baubles, some stars, some bunting. It will look incredible. Especially because it's so fashionable to have sort of white Christmas decorations now. So that holographic element would just look beautiful.
Definitely. Right, so I'm just going to pull myself out a selection of foam pads. Get my red liner tape at the ready, and we can start building this up.
Oh, I'm
excited.
excited.
I did a couple of 1/4 inch strips, and I did myself a 3/4 inch strip as well, just to use as we go along the way. So this is going to be our base. We're going to put him underneath, and then we're going to add this frame on top.
Oh, how exciting.
So we'll just go in with our skinny pads. And because I've got a lot to show here, I'm only going to put a couple of foam pads on. You can put more on when you're at home, but just so I'm not spending too much time, I'm just going to use the bare minimum to get this result for you. Okay, so now we're going to go down. We'll add in our little square tummy detail.
Oh, cute. Oh, I'm just so excited to see this robot in all his fabulous holographic glory. And again, like making a robot, it is such a great use, and it's perfect for like kids' cards, men's cards, which can be so difficult to make sometimes.
And absolutely.
And I know your little boy Cooper had such fun helping you make this, didn't he?
He did, yeah, when I was designing it, because I wanted to make sure it did actually look like a robot. And I think an adult's idea of a robot and a kid's idea of a robot can be very different.
Yeah.
So as I was doing the different processes, like layering it up, I kept calling him across, saying, what do you think this is? Does this look like a robot?
Absolutely, yeah. Cooper is Kat's middle boy, and he's 10.
He is, yes.
Yeah, so he would be quite a good opinion on what constitutes a good robot.
Yeah, definitely. So I've just taken one of my 1/4 inch strips, I've put a little bit of red liner tape down, and I've just stuck that across the back.
Amazing.
So this is going to be the basis for our arms. So I'm going to take two of these, the structures that we took here, and I'm just going to trim them down, and I want them to about, here we go, here's the ruler, about 3 centimetres. So if I just pop this on here, and I can just mark where I want to cut. So 3, if I pop that there, pop the other one behind it, and I can do both at the same time. Trim them down. And then the same again, I'm going to put my red liner tape across the back here. And of course, by using this, you're going to make sure that it's all going to stick together.
Oh yeah, definitely. Red liner tape, high tack tape is definitely a must-have for anything like this.
Definitely.
And it's a really good, it's just a really good adhesive to use. You know, it'll ensure that all those pieces will stay just where you want them, which is just great for projects like this, really.
So pop these on top of our arm bits sticking out here, and I'm going to cut away the excess in a minute. It's just so I know I've got enough, because I'd rather have a little bit too much than a little bit too little.
Always, always, always. Oh, this is looking so cute already. And again, if you wanted it to move, you could maybe get your brads out.
Absolutely, I was thinking about that yesterday. That's what I was going to say. Definitely, if you want a movable, use your brads, your little pins. You can have your little moving arms and legs. It'll be fantastic.
Yeah, especially if you were going to make this for children who, as we know, they just love those sort of interactive, movable cards, funky shapes. They love anything like that. So yeah, if you've got some brads kicking around, it would be so fun to make that with like you say, movable arms and legs.
So I've just taken another one of the 1/4 inch strips and I've cut that in half, and I'm going to use this for the bottom part of my arms. And I know both of them are going to be a little bit longer than what I need, so I'm going to trim off while I do. I've got them here, what I'm going to use for the little hand at the bottom. So just about 1 centimetre you want across there. Don't let it fly too far away so I don't know where it is. So
yeah, I've been there.
So again, using the red liner tape.
Oh, that looks so cute.
It's coming together, isn't he, little body?
Oh, yeah.
So what do you want me to do next? Do you want me to go on to the head or the legs?
I think we need his head.
You want his head next?
Yeah, I think he'll be a bit more, he'll have a bit more personality. Yeah, as you can see, Kat there, just building up her robot with all those patterns and using them together as well. They just look fantastic. They do coordinate is absolutely fine. Like I think they coordinate together perfectly, even though you've got all those different patterns, and it is quite busy, but in a good way. It'll give you so much interest and so much sort of like drama to your cards.
Absolutely. And if you can't go a little bit funky with a robot, when can you?
Exactly, when can you? If you can't do it with this, when can you?
Okay, so we're now going to take this 3/4 inch strip that we had before. I'm going to get a little neck detail.
Oh, cute. And again, if you've got little bits and pieces like knocking around your stash, if you've got any like metallic embellishments, little chains, you could definitely add those on there. Wobbly eyes would look cute. So many things that you could just add out of your stash.
Definitely, yeah. So,
oh, I love that.
And as you can see, I'm putting the whole thing on and then I'm cutting away what I don't need. So rather than cutting it down and then realise you've cut everything too small.
Yeah, just putting it straight onto there. I don't do that enough, you know. I always just kind of like rip off and then place down. And this is actually a really good technique so that you don't waste tape and that you've got, the other way that you've got enough.
So I think that'll do for our neck. So there we go.
Oh.
And then trim away. And I think I've got a little bit of the small strip that I'm going to put over just for a little antenna.
Oh yes, that would look so cute.
So I think the next thing we need for our little robot is going to be a name.
Oh, yes.
So if people would like to comment some name suggestions, that would be fab.
Oh, that would be very cute. Yeah, I think that would be super, super cute. Yeah, our robot does need a name. Let us know what you think, and then we can pick one, or Emily can pick one. She would probably love doing that.
So I've taken one of the circles, and I'm just going to use a little bit of construction glue, if it'll play, which it's not doing.
Are these his eyes?
It's his
Or is...
eye.
Oh, he's going to have one.
So, yeah, he's going to be a
Cyclops robot.
he is,
Cool.
yeah. So we'll pop this in the middle.
We've had Robbie, Reggie, Sparky.
Oh,
Robbie,
Sparky's good.
Sparky's cute.
So I'm taking another one of these circles, and I'm just going to cut it roughly in half. I'll flip this over again.
Oh, Karen really says Ralph as well. Oh, that's
Ralph's
cute.
I like Ralph. Ralph the robot.
Ralph the robot. Robbie the robot. Oh, we've had a couple for Holly. It could be definitely a girl robot.
It could be a girl.
Yeah, we've had two that think it should be called Holly. Oh, we're having such fun naming this robot. Just as Kat is building this. Are you just making this as an embellishment, or are you going to put it on a card?
I am going to put it on a card, so I do apologise. It is going to be rather a long demo, but I don't think you mind.
No, we have loved seeing this little robot.
I might get smacked when I walk back out the office, but
don't be silly.
you guys are on my side, aren't you?
She's not. She's absolutely not. She's making that up. We could not live without Kat's crazy demos and crazy makes on the team. Oh, Blair Paula said it should be called after Kat's son. It should be called Cooper.
Oh, that would be cute.
That would be cute.
He would like that.
Yeah.
So we'll pop these either side.
Oh,
So
he looks
cute.
fabulous.
So onto our lovely legs. So I'm taking these two again, the two arches that we previously cut, and these ones I want at about 5 centimetres, I think. We don't want them too long. But wouldn't this be good? I don't know. I think some kids have finished half term now, but some are...
I think some are still on.
Yeah, mine are definitely still on half term. If you cut out a load of like random pieces for them and stuff,
Yeah.
and then ask them to build up, say, right, okay, make a robot, make a monster, make this.
Definitely.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, it really is. And kids are just going to love how shiny and fun this looks. Yeah, if you have got the Kitty Bob's grandchildren, nieces and nephews over the holidays, they are going to have such fun with this. Yeah, and the Easter holidays, they are only just around the corner.
They are.
That is what I am hanging on for. Easter is my favourite time of year. So I can't wait for those spring days to come. So yeah, absolutely, kids would love this.
Are you going to come in dressed as a bunny for us?
Well, I mean, you just ruined the surprise. No, I think everyone would just die laughing if I did that, but I'm tempted.
I've put the idea in there now. So I'm just putting these on here. I'm just using a slight angle just to give a bit more
Oh, a bit
fun.
of a cute touch, yeah.
And then I'm just taking my last circle, cutting that in half again, and this is what we're going to use for our feet. Yeah, so this is one of those projects I would definitely consider investing in some red liner tape for if you don't already have some.
Definitely. We had a couple of people in the comments saying what an essential it was. They don't let themselves run out of it. It really is essential. Gemma Wilson was petrified when I first used it, but it didn't go too bad. Absolutely. Yeah, we do joke that it is extremely high tap, but it really is such a good adhesive, and that with a bit of practice, you'll be loving it in no time. Oh, that looks
we'll
so
pop
cute.
his feet on. We're nearly there. So I have got, as you mentioned, Rebecca, one googly eye.
Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, he needs it. It will just give it so much personality. Emily, have we got a name for him? Or are we still coming? Are they still coming in? They're still coming in. Oh, quick, quick, quick.
So we'll pop that down in the middle, and I think he just needs a few buttons down this side here. So I've got some of our shimmer gems here, but you could get really creative with your colours and what you want to use. I'm just using these grey shimmer gems to give him some buttons. And I suppose we better think about making a card to put him on, hadn't we?
Yeah, probably better add.
So I'm going to take you out of the limelight for this moment, and hopefully when you come back you'll have a name. So let's finish this off. I have taken a piece of our black stamping card, and that is cut to 6 3/4 inches by 4 3/4 inches and it's going to make a 7 by 5 inch card.
Fabulous.
And I have I'm pretty sure these are still in stock, but I'm not sure how many we have left. Our lovely robots stamp set for Lovella Stamps, and I'm going to take this. Have a beep bop birthday, and we're just going to stamp this all over. You've seen me do this before, just to make a funky background.
Yeah. Oh.
And I have found in our craft room one of the wow embossing powders.
Yeah.
And it's called Diamond White Embossing Glitter, and you'll just see when we do this just how perfect a background it is for this, because it's just got that holographic note to it. So nothing too fancy.
Yeah, just going all over with that. Absolutely perfect.
Random directions. I'll probably not do as many as I normally would, but you can put as many of these on as you want.
I think it kind of looks great, a bit more spaced out, because like I say, we don't often do it, so it's just a different look. And I think you really sort of focus on the fewer ones that are there, doing it like that.
That's not the piece I want to use.
Oh, and the team have put those robot stamps in the comments for you guys, so if you want to make this at home, you absolutely can, or if you just fancy these stamp sets, it's been a while since we've shown them some love. The link is in the comments for you guys. The team do such a fantastic job of doing that for us. Oh, this is going to look good.
So give that a good thingy off. But again, it's one of those, I don't mind a few imperfections. If there's a little bit of embossing powder left behind, I think it all kind of adds to that robot kind of star background effect.
Definitely.
Ooh, I've made a mess, but hey ho.
As always with embossing powders. You know what, I was doing some heat embossing the other day, and my mother-in-law was like, why don't you use a coffee filter for it? And honestly, it blew me away. I was like, yes, because I have some coffee filters. And it was
so
just
clever.
the most I can't get over it. Do any of you guys use coffee filters for your heat embossing? Because it's a game changer.
And is she a crafter at all?
No!
Well, that's it. Sometimes it takes a non-crafter to look at it in a different way, and you're like mind blown.
I know.
So you can just see how this is all turning now.
Oh, it looks amazing, Kat.
Do you want to start showing them some makes while I'm doing this? Just
Yeah,
so it's not.
definitely. Yeah, so I will
feel like I'm
definitely show you
boring
some
you.
mates. So, just whilst Kat is finishing her card, we have got some mates to show you. We're on this one, sorry. Again, using those nesting dies, or that shimmer card that we launched last week just looks perfect with this one. Again, I would say this is a simple card, just doing all those die cuts, but just getting that dimension on there is just wonderful, and having all those amazing holographic cardstock patterns coming through, it just looks fabulous. Again, using it in, making it the real centerpiece, the real star of the show, using it as your mats and layers and cutting into it, adding your dies, and even just doing just some really nice, clean and simple cards, combining it with white cardstock. Again, we did love bringing these out, our On the Edge sentiment dies. So if you've got any of our combo dies, our On the Edge sentiments, it is really just going to let the Holographic Heaven just do all the talking, be the absolute centerpiece of your cards. We've got this little circle one here. Shall I just put it back here? Oh, it looks so cute. I actually did this one. I thought it looks perfect in that champagne, and I could not resist using that circle one on a circle card. It looks very, very cute. Could even be a rocker. It would be amazing. Again, combining it with your sort of paper craft kits. This one's been made into a sort of shaker frame and combined with some of our holographic sequins. We love a shaker, don't we? And again, it just die cuts beautifully. Again, we've got our On the Edge sentiments here, best wishes. And those balloons, don't they look great filled in with that holographic cardstock? Really, really cool, fun technique to do there. And again, it is construction weight, so you can make boxes. Isn't that amazing? Oh, and the two different designs there. We've got the sort of faceted one and the circle one, and they just pop together to make a beautiful, amazing gift box. And that would look so expensive, wouldn't it?
Oh, it really, really
would. It would just
yeah.
look amazing, and it's just such a great price at $14.99. So if you want this, get it in your basket. Kat, are you finishing off?
I am.
Amazing.
So I've just popped that on to a mat of this one.
Oh, fabulous.
And pop that on our card plate base. Just a few foam pads to give it a bit dimension. It will pop him down here. And then I'm just going to finish
Kat, that looks
off
wonderful.
under my mess somewhere. I should have a little, I did have a little sentiment in my book, but I've made such a mess that it's probably flown off somewhere. But do you know what? Because we're giving this away, I will leave the sentiment off, and then you can add whatever you want
Amazing.
to it, to your recipient.
Thank you so much, Kat. Emily, have we got a name for him? Have you decided?
My favourite was Elvis.
Elvis. Oh, so if you were the first comment on guessing Kat's card mate correctly, you could be winning Elvis the robot on that beautiful card from Kat. Thank you so much, Kat. That was
You're
such an
welcome.
incredible demo. Like you say, the possibilities with it are endless, and Kat has such amazing ideas for it. So we've shown you the card mates, which we just absolutely love. I want to take this home. And we did think that today would be the perfect opportunity to show you some of our other Hunky Dory essentials for our Miri card specials. So we had a lot of comments saying they were a little magpie, they're a magpie, I'm a magpie. So if you're a magpie, stay tuned, keep watching. We have got the best show for you ever. So we've got 4 different selections of our Miri card specials. So these are our sort of fashion and pattern lines that we just love to bring you. You know, time and time again, they sell out. They just are incredible. And the fact that you can get this level of detail onto our Miri is incredible. So this one here is our damask. And as you can see, just all that shining through. This one would be perfect, you know, Emily, if you got our Flight of the Butterflies collection. Wouldn't it go, oh, it would go so perfectly. Absolutely beautiful. So that is the Damask Dreams. We have our, oh, I love this one. For all those unicorn fans out there, we have our Iridescent Rainbow. And it does look a little bit more pink and purple in real life when you get it home. So it's got all these fabulous contemporary, sort of like marble, bokeh details, with the sort of confetti and the little stars there. Again, it is very difficult to show our wonderful Miri on the cameras in our studios here. And then you just get this fabulous sort of galaxy marble. I really enjoyed doing the show a couple of weeks back with this. And that is our Iridescent Rainbow. So these are $11.99 for 30 sheets, but it is on our sort of branded Miri card, this one. This one, again, we've got in stock for you guys. This is our Fairy Dust. So you get the purple colour there, the pink, and that beautiful, I'll just try and show that again. So that's the pink, beautiful, and that amazing teal green. would look great on men's cards, anything a little bit industrial or quirky. And if you did get our club gift with the Peacock Gardens, we paired it with that and it just looked absolutely stunning with that. And then again, we have got our final one for you, is our Oxidized Metals. So this is going to look really cool with steampunk, grungy. We brought this out with our Clockwork Emporium. Those dies on our Win It Weekly look great in this too. We'll repeat that in just a moment for you. So we've got our sort of copper, rust, sort of like garage, sort of industrial feel. We've got our sort of green one. This kind of reminds me of those sort of steel buildings, like in like the cities and that kind of thing. And then we've got our sort of fabulous sort of navy silver one. As you can see, every single light you put it in, it looks so different. It really captures your attention there. Going to make your cards look stunning. That is our Oxidized Metals collection for our Miri card specials. So if you are just loving all the holographic, beautiful Miri and Holographic Heaven, let us know. We would really love to know. It's just, you can't have too many shiny things in your stash, can you, Kat?
Definitely not.
Definitely
never,
not.
Never.
Are you treating us to a second little demo?
I am. This one's a nice
Amazing.
quick one because the last one takes a bit of time as well. So we've got one we can just do
Ooh,
quick and
how
simple.
exciting.
So I am doing a 6" by 4" card. I'm going to combine our wonderful holographic card, this kind of glitter effect one, with some of our silver Miri. So if I can find where I've put my trimmer. So I'm going to cut myself a little panel for the front, but not covering the whole thing. So I want this to be about 3 inches wide. So I'm going to leave myself, I'm going to take this to 3 notches under the 3.
Okay.
And then I'm going to come 6 notches.
Oh, everybody just loved your robot card. It was just such a stunning demo. Susan Lamb said I may have to put next day delivery on this order. Oh, would there be anything better than getting this tomorrow, honestly. Yeah, Myra Langdon, loving the robots, such a great idea.
So I've just cut myself a map for that. I have just opened a new glue and I still managed to pick up the one that's gummy. So a little bit of construction glue. And like I said, we'll fly through this one because next up I've got a box for you.
Oh, amazing. And I am actually really excited for that. I got a sneak peek of that. Yeah, we will definitely squeeze a little third demo out of Kat. Oh yeah, as promised, I would like to repeat the Win It Weekly question. So if you want to win those Clockwork Emporium dies, 2 winners announced on Friday, please keep liking and sharing our video and answering our following question. So roughly what percentage of people in the world can wiggle their ears? Is it A, 35%, B, 8%, or C, 20%? Please let us know. Yeah, you guys have been commenting like crazy on this one. Such a fun question.
Have we got somebody to do a demonstration on Friday?
We will. Honestly, nobody can.
So I'm popping one of our nesting heart dies onto this. Don't know what you'd call this one. It's like little facets.
Small little facets on this one, and you've used that glitter print one, which is just fabulous.
And I've cut them 3 times, and we're just going to put them down the centre of this panel.
We did have a comment saying this would be great for like a silver wedding card, or just, you know, obviously probably toned down with a bit more white. It would look, you know, you could make it look elegant. It doesn't have to look like crazy shiny magpie. It would look very elegant, used, you know, sparingly with lots of white and ribbon on wedding cards, wedding invites.
Definitely. Just as your shadows, like if you're die cutting a sentiment,
yeah,
and if you cut the main sentiment that you're putting at the front in the white, but you drop shadow it in this.
Oh yeah, that would look lovely. Yeah, it really does make some beautiful sort of cards for those kind of occasions.
So I'll just pop these down here.
Oh, they look great, don't they? Yeah, you would if you haven't got our nesting dies. They're such an essential And when we bring out any of these type of Miri specials, it just looks really good with your nesting dies. We stock them all year round and they're just wonderful.
So I'm just taking some more of the glitter one and I'm going to be cutting our combo die Hello out of it.
Oh, I love this one. Again, our combo dies, another absolute core stash essential.
Definitely.
Me and the team must use them almost, if not every day. They're just so useful for, you know, like, just if you're not sure what to do, just grab these out and have a play.
But they just make making cards out of nothing really, just out of cardstock with no toppers or no stamps.
Yeah, exactly.
So much more possible.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can really they just allow you to just let your cardstock do the talking and do all the hard work for you. You don't need anything else out of your stash. If you've got these nesting dies and these combo dies, again, the Moonstone Minis do the same sort of thing.
Yeah. And I'm just doing exactly what I suggested before. I've listened to myself. I've also cut this again out of the white stamping card. And I'm just going to layer this up. There's a little drop shadow. So I'm going to keep my holographic card at the back. Just let that peek through.
Oh, yeah, it does look so good this way as well. Like you say, as that sort of shadow effect, it's beautiful. A bit more of a subtle way to use it as well if you are after that kind of look. Oh, Kat, this looks great.
Just showing lots of different things you can do with it.
Yeah, definitely. And I just love to read some of the comments as well and get your ideas. Susan Lamb again says, using your Stitch It dies and some sort of silver sparkly wool or thread as a heart or a butterfly, that would look amazing. And this Holographic Heaven cardstock is, as you can see, and as you've seen throughout the show, it is perfect for die cutting. So it would cut those wonderfully for you.
And we'll just pop this through here.
Oh, pretty.
And I'm just going to finish it off with a couple of our, now here we go. Let's get ready for my embarrass myself, Aurora Borealis.
Borealis, yeah, that's
Gems
right.
That just match
these
this
combine so perfectly.
So perfectly. And we'll just have 3 of them.
Yeah, if you're getting the Holographic Heaven today and you're getting it into your basket, add a packet of these. You really will not regret it because they just, as you can see on Kat's card, they just go wonderfully. A couple of the samples had them on as well. Oh, thank you so much, Kat. I love that. What a beautiful card. So quick and simple to make. And I love that you've given us 2 really different demos. One that you can spend all afternoon having a lot of fun with and one that you can make in 5 minutes flat. The choice is yours, guys. Like, you can either get really, really busy or you can just do nice, quick, simple 5-minute makes. We love that. So this is our Holographic Heaven cardstock. You're getting 42 sheets of this amazing, all those patterns and colourways for you. It does look fabulous. Again, as we mentioned at the beginning of the show, they may contain very small flaws and imperfections, but nothing that you'll notice when you are cutting it up. $14.99 for all that cardstock. That is just going to keep you going for weeks and months. We just love it here. We're so glad we brought it to you. I will read out some of the final things just while Kat gets ready for her 3rd and final demo, and we leave you to get on with the rest of your day. Oh, prize rollover. Oh, and of course it's Miri, which we're just loving Miri and holographic cardstock today. So this is our Essentials Harlequin Bright. We're going to pop that in the prize rollover box, which is getting slowly built up again. And next up on HDTV, so Hunky Dory Craft TV tomorrow, on here, same time, same place, Facebook and YouTube. Natalie and Anne-Marie will be with you tomorrow at 10 a.m. for the launch of our Super Savers. So do not miss that. It's going to be a great show. Kat, are you ready for your 3rd and final demo?
I think so.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I think we're ready. Okay, so as promised, we are going to be making a box. But I thought, what better kind of box to make with this collection than a diamond box?
Oh.
So what I have done, I have found a free template online to make our diamond box, because I did try and do this myself.
It's very
but I
different.
cried.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I cried. So I believe there's going to be a link up to this on the page so you can print it out. Now what I've done for ease today, because we had a printer that could do it, I've printed it out directly onto the back of my cardstock.
Amazing.
So then I can just cut it out and score it. But I will show you how you can do it as well, in case it won't print onto your cardstock, if your printer won't take that. If you just print it out onto a normal piece of copy paper,
Yeah.
cut it out, place it onto the back of your cardstock, and then I would secure it in a place, but you're going to have to move this around. And I'll just show you this quickly. I won't do it fully, but if you draw fully around
Yeah.
your template, you can go with a ruler if you want to be a bit more precise, but you can keep nice and straight when you're cutting it out. So draw all the way around. And then what I like to do to find my marker points for where I need to add my scores up, if you take your pokey tool and very, well, not lightly, as long as you don't pierce the cardstock, you want to add a little bit of pressure, just poke down
Yeah.
where all those key points are.
Oh,
So then you know where to draw your lines and
Yeah.
to match everything up. So if I put a few of these here, when you pull it back, you might not be able to pick it up on camera, but I promise you, there's little points
Yeah, you'll be able to see
you'll
those
be
at
able
home.
to see, and then you can take a template off and just use your ruler to line them up. And once you've got the full diagram in, it'll make full sense. And then you can mark, just follow your diagram, mark with the dash lines what you want to fold, and your full lines what you want to cut. So really this should be a dash line, but that's how you would do
Yeah,
it
of
if you want
course.
to use it as a template. But so we're not taking 18 hours today. I've just printed it onto the back here, and I'll start cutting this out if I can find where I've put my scissors.
Oh, I'm so glad we squeezed this one in. It's definitely worth squeezing in, and nobody minds your waiting. You know, being with us for your amazing, crazy demos, Kat. We just love them, and I'm so excited. It's definitely worth showing you guys at home this, because it does look fabulous when it's finished.
And this, I've picked this one. I think it works so well. It gives that kind of diamond effect anyway, with all those
Yeah.
big lovely like facets. And when you were showing it on screen before, it looked so 3D. It was magical.
Exactly, it's just perfect for those sort of 3D makes.
But you can obviously pick whichever one you want to do it with.
Yeah, I think this one, this particular pattern is perfect for a diamond shape.
It is. You know, I'm trying to cut fast, and as soon as I try and cut fast.
Yeah, don't worry, Kat, it's fine. We've got nothing else after your demo to let you guys know. We've been through everything. We've covered the Win It Weekly and the prize rollover and the TV schedule, so do not worry, Kat. It's absolutely fine.
So you'll notice these ones at the front have just got a little bit of a curvature to it, because these are going to be the flaps that help hold the lid in place. But if you just follow around with your scissors, and like Rebecca said before, even though these are mixed weights, even your lowest weight one that's in there is still going to make a perfectly substantial box for you.
Yeah, exactly. Your lowest weight should roughly be about 250 GSM.
So you're absolutely
Yeah,
fine.
you are absolutely fine to do a bit of construction with that.
I think the one I'm using here must be one of the thickest ones.
It does seem like that. I can sort of hear it like going through that cardstock, and it definitely does feel like it must be one of the more substantial ones. And which is perfect, because you know that it's just going to make such a
Absolutely.
great gift box. And again, like, I know it's early to be talking about Christmas, but as crafters we can't help ourselves. These are just going to look wonderful as gift boxes for Christmas. You know, if you make, the team are going to kindly post a template for us online after the show. So if you want to make this, you know, you could just batch make it. And especially when the cardstock is this reasonable as well, $14.99.
Absolutely. So now we just follow where the black solid lines are, and we're just going to trim down on them. So we've got 5 or 6 around the outside here.
Great.
And there's just little noggies that come in on these flaps just to help it close. So just make sure if you're drawing this out that you add them in as well.
Yeah, just so that your tabs, just makes your tabs line up a bit tighter, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so that's that done. So we transfer it over onto our scoreboard. And you all know this trick, I've shown you it before, but pick a line where you're comfortable working on your scoreboard, and with a pencil or a pen, whichever you're most comfortable with, mark that out. So when we place something over the top like this that we can't necessarily see, we can make sure that we're lining up the 2 points, top and bottom.
Such a handy tip.
That we want to score. So we'll just work our way around here. So if I find my dark palette there and the top, so just follow those score lines. And this cardstock is as well, it's really forgiving, so if you do accidentally just go in the wrong place, you can just go back onto the front, give it a very, very gentle rub and rescore, and it won't show up too much in your finished process.
Definitely. Again, you could maybe like use some of your low tack tape to tape it down whilst you're scoring. Yeah, so many things that you can do to ensure that you do get the best sort of crisp score lines on this.
So you'd carry on all the way around there, and then the same on this front bit. You want to be scoring your tabs, and then obviously these little ones are just the same. So if you're struggling to see where the bottom is, you can just gently lift that up, line it up, and score. And the same with these ones here, because you can't necessarily see, just gently lift them up, place them over, take your time, and then score one to the other. Okay, so you get the idea. So here's one she did earlier.
Ooh.
And then it's just a case of adding your red liner tape and sticking it together.
Absolutely,
So you want to place a little bit on each of these triangle pieces here that we've added. You're not placing it on these tabs because these are what we're going to use to open and close the box.
Yeah, don't tape your box shut, guys.
No, let's not do that. If you wanted to turn it into a decoration, you could tape them down and then stick some ribbon through or something. So the option's yours. So I'm just going to add another little bit of red tape here. And the same, these flaps are for helping secure the box closed, so we're not going to put any tape on them.
Oh, amazing. Being a hopeless romantic at heart as well, Kat, I feel like these would be so good for engagement gifts or engagement party decorations.
Wouldn't they?
Yeah, just in that diamond shape with all that holographic heaven loveliness. I think they would look amazing.
So as you can see, I've folded everything in and I've burnished it round, so it's bringing that shape together beautifully for us. I'll take all this red liner tape off the top pieces here. And this, yeah, I really love how this cardstock works with this design of box.
Yeah, it just looks incredible. I just can't wait to see it come to life again. It's fantastic.
This is what I love about doing these shows and just working at Hunky Dory in general, is the fact that I never would have thought of doing a diamond box before. It's not something I would have thought about, but then you're presented with a cardstock or a style and you're like, okay, what can I do that's really going to show the best of this?
Yeah.
What's going to think? And just, it helps push your ideas and creativity, which I absolutely love.
We all love a really nice challenge here at Hunky Dory, and yeah, we just love to bring you these makes. And yeah, Kat, you just always have the best ideas.
So there we go. So we've got our lid and we've got our base, and then it's just a case of folding it over and closing it down. So if I pop these bits in, we pop these down in the side, and they will slit in where we've got those little notches. I think this is the trickiest bit of the whole thing, but I do promise you it closes
It does. I've seen it close, guys. I promise. I can vouch. Oh, this is looking incredible.
It's just those first couple of times, just getting it to get its muscle memory. Oh, come on. They do slot in. There we go, I think. And you end up with this beautiful diamond box.
Oh my goodness, Kat. That looks incredible.
Isn't it lovely?
Oh, what a beautiful box. Oh my goodness. I might have to pinch that off your desk this afternoon. I'm not even going to pretend that I won't. So I just love it. I've loved all of today's demos. They have been absolutely wonderful. If you love this Holographic Heaven cardstock and want to get crazy like Cat and do all these really funky projects, add it into your basket. You really won't regret it. That is all for today. Nat and Anne-Marie will see you tomorrow for another amazing show, and have a lovely rest of your day, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. Bye.